What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another weekly update. Now, last week we have really been ripping. There were some major runs. We had Amazon really lead us off with some massive pushing on Monday. We had some also additional runners throughout the week. I know SPX was pushing like crazy. You had Apple push like crazy. You had a couple really good runners. Being said, where does this leave us for this week? Come around Wednesday-ish, I believe it was Wednesday or Thursday, we had that variant news come out. Again, Fauci came out, said that the variant stuff was essentially handled through the American vaccines, the vaccines that we do have, so that it's not an issue here. So there was positive news that was kind of cleared up on Friday. Being said, I think the biggest wild card we do have is the talks with China and that ongoing issue there. Inflation keeps coming up, but it's no big deal, right? There's depending what's coming out this week, right? We got the Beige Book coming out this week. We also got CPI data coming out on Tuesday. Being said, in my mind, nothing really is going to make that dramatic, unless the numbers really show something different. I don't think it is going to push the markets down in any fashion, right? We are in a historical period of time. There is more money in the market than there's ever been, and there's money that's continuing to be pumped into the market. Being said, to think that the market is going to crash is, in my mind, not going to happen. Something massive, something different needs to happen. None of that is happening. We've seen that. We've also seen that there was no major catalyst for us to push up last week, right? We kind of stalled out in the middle of the week. Then we had that variant news that pushed us down, only to be bought right back up. We do have earnings coming towards the end of the month. Big earnings beginning of August. You have Tesla. I believe you have some big ones in the month with Apple and everything else. So being said, the market is really going to start ripping. And as high as it may seem, there's still tons of money in the market, and we're going to see that. So this week, SPY in itself, still very bullish, right? Variant news came out Friday or Wednesday night. We dropped a little bit. We had some data as well. The meeting FOMC minutes digestion kind of dropped us. We pushed back up overnight. Again, pushed up again. Things still looking really good. Still looking really bullish. Nothing. Again, there's no real catalyst to drive us down. Again, there's massive amounts of money in the market. Big tech is why I say stay with big tech, because right now they're the ones that are really pushing, doing the movement. Mid cap, small cap, sometimes they run, sometimes they don't, but they've really been struggling. Every time they run for gains, they've been dropping. You can probably say the same about big tech, but big tech is starting to push more, starting to become a lot stronger. All right, you're hitting all-time highs on a lot of big tech now. So being said, that's where I'm focused at going into earnings. So like I said, SPY still looks strong. QQQ looks extremely strong, right? Hopefully, I'm looking for an all-time high this week on QQQ. And I think that's primarily going to be led by your ones like your Teslas and Facebooks. Primarily Apple, I think it's still push. It is getting up there, right, in my mind. I think at this point, you got to be really cautious when it comes to ones like Apple and Amazon and Shop, right? But again, the different changes that Kathy Woods has been talking about how things have been, about how innovation and all these companies, right? Apple's not going to be the only $1 trillion company. There is going to be other companies, and we're starting to see that. And so we're seeing the advantage of being a growth and being innovative during a time like this, during the pandemic. So being said, again, I think we are just getting to see the start, even though they seem really high. I think it is just starting. But what I got for this week, it's pretty simple. Tesla, Snap, Facebook. Again, I am in Tesla. I am in Facebook. A swing some calls, some swings over the weekend. I think those particular ones are ones that I'm really looking at. I do like Snap. I do like them on the daily, especially on last Friday. Tesla had that massive push again, sell off for no reason. I did miss it here. I was actually looking to short it, but this down to 620. I wanted to really see because it was kind of selling off because of the China news and everything else. I think that's trying to cause that initial sell off. And then this, the FOMC digestion, and then the market, it sold off pretty good. And normally Tesla is one of those ones that will bounce back very quickly when something does happen. And it sure did that come Thursday. Now Friday, everything was pretty flat on Friday. Volume and everything, I think, was dead. It was a short week last week, so I think now with a full week, everybody coming back from vacation, I think again, it is a summer month and it is slow nonetheless, but I think we'll get more volatility and more push to the upside next week, coming into next week. So I expect Tesla to do some big running, at least get back to the 700s. Again, on the daily, I like the fact that it came and retested on Friday, middle Bollinger Band. And again, I think we can push back up, at least attempt at 700. If we do break that, I think we can really start ripping, possibly looking at the 800s again at that point. But Facebook is one of the other ones I have. Again, on Friday, Thursday nights, again, we hit the middle Bollinger Band. It's really been struggling to try it. Once it gets around that all-time high mark, it really struggles, and we did see that for a couple days. But we did get a retest. We're getting this bounce. I think this, especially going into earnings, Facebook has done extremely well on earnings. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. We jump straight back to that 360 and possibly even go higher from that point for Facebook. Again, the ads for Facebook have been absolutely absurd, and it has done extremely well. So that's what I'm looking for this week. And then Snap. This is something I want to keep an eye on, this 65.14 mark. I want to make sure it holds this particular mark, but I think Snap is another one. It's really been showing great, right? It started going positive on its earnings, and being said, again, with ad and all the innovation that they have been creating with Snapchat. Again, this was bigger moves essentially because of I believe some of the new software that they pushed out to Apple was bad, so we had a little bit of selling, but ultimately, again, just temporary news. I think it's ready to rock. From what this says, 7/22, so towards the end of the month, Snap earnings, we can at least try to hit that 70 mark. I think very possible as long as we can hold that 65 mark. You see that nice run up, and I do like the contracts on Snap. They do play really well. It's one of the ones I like to keep on rotation. So being said, I know this is a short weekly video. Again, a lot of things are running hot, right? We're at all-time highs in a lot of stuff, and talk about this in previous weeks about how I wanted to be more cautious just in case. So I'm going more intraday stuff, but ones like your Teslas is something I want to load shares on Monday. As long as we are holding, I want to get back into shares on Tesla because of the fact that I think not only ride the calls and play intraday stuff, but ride this into earnings. I think Tesla has been the only one that's really been held down the most out of all big tech through this time period. So something I'm really looking at. I think, again, Tesla can run for the next 2 weeks or so and possibly see some big numbers. So that's something I'm looking forward to in the coming weeks and want to play. So again, keep big tech. Amazon could even possibly try it. Like I said, and Shop is another one that it's been playing range too. And a lot of consolidation here. So as long as it holds, again, this 1442 mark, I think this could really run too, right? And put up some crazy numbers as well. So something to keep in mind. But that's what I got. So if you guys made it this far, remember to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Until next time, guys, I will see you later.